The outlet scene features Los Angeles, wherein the humans are seen jogging here and there in panic that allows you to store their lives. It turns out that a large spider has attacked the metropolis and wreaked havoc. No matter several Navy helicopters' attempts to subdue the creature, they prove futile. The scene then shifts to flashback earlier than this incident. We are brought to the protagonist, Alex Mathis, who is a cash-strapped information top-natured exterminator operating in L.A. As part of his job, Alex is supporting an elderly female along with her rodent problem. After shooting the insect, he is making ready to leave while the woman follows him to his vehicle. As typical, she has no money to pay him. Know how she gives him a cake, expressing her gratitude. Alex graciously accepts it, information he appears truly disturbed through the woman's apparent affection for him. Their communique is interrupted by way of a spider that crawls on Alex's shoulder, which he acknowledges as a venomous one. He asks the elderly girl to live calm because it gain't hurt until it is threatened. Understand Ingever knowledge, the woman disregards his coaching and proceeds to swat it along with her slipper. As an end result, the spider bites him, and he finally ends up at the medical institution. While being treated, Alex attempts to flirt with a clinic nurse. Know how she does now not appear to be interested by him. She has a tendency to his wounds, whilst concurrently rebuffing his rather cliched advances. Somewhere else inside the hospital morgue, an employee is startled by using the movement in one in every of the frame baggage. Amidst the flickering lights, he nervously processes the bag. Just then, something with lengthy legs appears from in the back of and bites him on his neck. In a nation of panic, the employee sounds the fireplace alarm, causing an evacuation of the building. Rapidly after, he is added to the reception wherein the irritable medical institution manager scolds him for making a false fire alarm. Information: the man is positive that he was attacked with the aid of something that is much larger than a spider. Alex, who is additionally present at the scene, volunteers to deal with the state of affairs, mentioning his expertise with spiders. In change for this, he requests the supervisor to cowl his health facility expenses. The latter right away agrees, and Alex is taken to the morgue through a safety defend named Jose. Upon getting into the room, Alex discovers the useless body within which the spider were living. After a chunk of research, he notices an open-air vent and deduces that the spider escaped into it. He then comes to a decision to enter the vent and palms Jose a walkie-talkie to hold in contact. In the intervening time, a U.S. Army challenge force, led by means of Essential Braxton Tanner and Lieutenant Carly Brandt, know how up at the hospital to evaluate the scenario. The sanatorium manager tries to clarify that it became a false fireplace alarm. Understanding ever the knowledge foremost appears to be aware of the spider outbreak. Via their conversation, it is clean that the military is hunting down the creature, which they discuss with as a contagion. Someplace else in a sanatorium ward room, a paralyzed patient spots the same spider rising from an air vent. Steadily, it advances beneath his blanket, heading towards his head. The immobilized guy attempts to press the alarm button. Understanding ever the knowledge, spider soon assaults his face, ensuing in his brutal demise. Returned within the airflow system, Alex reaches a junction and contacts Jose for steering. At the same time as navigating, he notices something passing through, prompting him to investigate with extra caution. He heads forward, handiest to stumble upon a spider web. He without a doubt tries to sweep it aside. Know how it seems to be very sticky, not like the opposite spider webs. The usage of his supposed BDD5B548B3C8401175516CF3AB47E54, he pulls out a lighter to burn it off. Expertise: it's so flammable that it almost catches his hands on fireplace. Meanwhile, Major Braxton gets records about the spider's victim inside the ward room, prompting him and a forensic physician to analyze. Upon examination, the health practitioner figures out that the person died approximately 10 minutes earlier. He theorizes that the spider is selecting its prey very smartly. He additionally claims that the creature is growing exponentially and that it has already quadrupled in size. Consistent with the health practitioner, it's going to quadruple once more if it keeps to hunt and feed on this way. Know how, Alex reaches the clinic basement. There, he locates the spider inner a can bottle. In and try to entice it out, he rolls a penny in the direction of it. Much to his shock, A huge spider assaults the penny and contains it away. Alex right now sprays the acid towards it. No knowledge spider is so speedy that it's far already in the back of him. Moments earlier than it could release him. Assault on him, Lieutenant Carly arrives at the stairs and shoots in the direction of the creature. This scares the spider, causing it to break out into the sewer. Meanwhile Alex, who's unaware about the gravity of the scenario, gets irritated together with her for interrupting his paintings. The lieutenant then takes him to the major, who asks him about what he witnessed. Understand Ingever knowledge. All he can say is that it's miles the most important spider he has encountered in his lifetime. Upon getting to know that Alex does now not have lots facts approximately it, Fundamental Braxton asks Lieutenant Carly to escort him out. As the two go out the medical institution, Alex time and again requests her to allow him in supporting the Navy. Understand Ingever knowledge she denies. He additionally presses for more statistics about the spider. Expertise Carly doesn't say whatever. Earlier than parting ways, the two of them alternate their cards, asking to offer a call if wished. After the lieutenant leaves, Jose convinces Alex to keep their pursuit as it could be the most vital thing in their lives. Later on, a homeless man is wandering inside the sewer in hopes of locating something to devour. All through this time, he notices a penny embedded into a spider internet. He proceeds to grab it know-how. Spider seems from in the back of. It splashes acid-like liquid at the beggar's face before killing him. The scene then cuts to the army headquarters, wherein the foremost, Lieutenant, and Dr. Screen. Their forces, who are analyzing a sewer main to the La River. Internal, they discover that the spider has already entrapped 20 to 30 human beings in a web, indicating its progression to stage 3. Alex and Jose additionally arrive on the scene and maintain an eye at the army from a distance. Jose then calls Lieutenant Carly to invite whether or not the spider is caught or not. Upon getting to know that its miles nevertheless loose, the two try to wager its next destination. Alex says that the spider will want each a food source and tree cover. Hearing this, Jose speculates that it is probably at a close-by public park, so the two head there. Real to their assumption, the spider, which has now grown excessively, is in the public park. Understanding on their manner, they're pulled over via a cop for overspeeding. For you to make it to the park in time, Alex bribes the officer and drives away. Meanwhile, the spider assaults an antique guy, who is exercise. It soon goes on a killing spree with the aid of taking down all of us on its manner, which creates chaos. No longer lengthy after, Alex and Jose arrive at the park and find the creature. Alex, to start with, decides to ram it along with his truck, understanding he modifications his thoughts after witnessing its mammoth length. As he drives away, the spider starts off evolved, pursuing them through the park. In the midst of this, Lieutenant Carly calls Alex, caution him that he's drawing near a military crossfire. Expertise before he can alternate his direction, the military opens hearth towards the creature. A large firefight ensues, know how the spider escapes into the nearby woods. After this, all of the army squad dies, which includes Lieutenant Carly, arm themselves with additional weapons and put together to pursue the creature. Alex, all over again, attempts to persuade the lieutenant to permit him to accompany them. Know how she refuses. She appreciates whatever he did till now. No knowledge asks him to live out of trouble. The squad dies then challenge into the woods, handiest to be ambushed one after any other. Amidst this chaos, Lieutenant Carly gets caught in a really sticky spider net. Know how earlier than the creature turns its attention towards her, Alex expertise up and releases her. Proper then, Jose appears, armed with a gun, and begins capturing on the spider. This diversion permits them to flee the scene. Know how, they may be now not able to outrun the creature, and as an end result, it wraps up the lieutenant with its web and takes her away. In the next scene, Alex and Jose get back at the army headquarters and ask the foremost to rescue Carly. Know how he responds that it's miles already too late for it. On the equal time, the forensic physician informs the main that the creature is going for stage 5. Listening to this, Alex and Jose call for answers on what goes on. Fundamental Braxton in the end expertise that they had observed alien DNA and hoped to apply it as a boom hormone. Information, a spider's nest changed into hidden in a few take a look at fruit, therefore exposing the spider to the alien DNA and triggering its fast boom. primarily based on their research of the alien DNA. The health practitioner claims that the spider will quickly begin reproducing. Rapidly after, they study that the now big spider is heading toward downtown L.A. CCTV cameras capture its rampage through streets and towers, developing havoc. It quickly creates a nest on the pinnacle of the U.S. Bank Tower. In a determined try to take down the giant beast, the predominant offers the order for airstrike. Alex reminds that lots of people's lives are online. Expertise most important claims that he has to take this step to shop the millions of others. Because the helicopters approach the bank tower, they notice that the lieutenant is still alive, and that she is bundled up in webs along the spider's eggs. Seeing this, the important, who now believes in Alex and Jose, lets in them to rush for Carly's rescue. Following this, Alex and his partner grasp an array of guns and set out on their task. They are scuffling towards time, with the airstrike a be counted of minutes away and the spider's eggs already starting to hatch. On their way, Alex deduces that capturing its spinneret can kill this massive-ass spider. Upon their arrival on the bank tower, the duo takes an elevator to get to the top. As soon as there, they start freeing Carly as well as the other trapped victims. Some moments later, a number of spider offspring emerge from their eggs and release an assault on them. They shoot down some of it and control to make it lower back to the elevator. Quickly after their departure, the airstrike hits the mother spider, knocking it off the tower. Believing that the risk has been ended, the main calls Alex and commends his courageous paintings. Understanding, it turns out that the hazard is not but resolved because the spider gets again up. Determined to deliver an end to the menace, Alex grabs a rocket launcher and fires it at the spider's spinneret, sooner or later completing it off. Within the aftermath of the occasion, Alex and Carly share a passionate include and kiss within the center of the street, marking the start in their new courting. Seeing this, Jose jokingly asks them to get a room. In a mid-credits scene, predominant Braxton calls Alex to bring another drawing close difficulty. Inside the historical past of the decision, a video screen understandings a giant cockroach hiking the Statue of Liberty. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.